happen. Boom. Boom. There we go. Look. Yay for intro. Hopefully you heard it. But welcome to our Big Brother Canada 4 recap show. You guys know the deal. You can see all of our info over at yourrealityrecaps.com/bbcan4, like our interview with Paige that Dana did earlier today. We've decided we're just going to stick it on the post for the shows. So if you go to yourrealityrecaps.com/bbcan, you can watch them there. We're only get to ask them like 3 to 5 questions. So they're short, and it's going to make you have to go to our website and click around. So I'm just being honest. But they will also be on iTunes. So if you're listening on iTunes, give us a 5-star rating and a nice review. That's awesome too. YouTube, a thumbs up and subscribe. That really helps support our shows. But most importantly, become a patron if you want to help support our shows. yourrealityrecaps.com/patron. You get access to the patron-only Facebook group, shows, info, spoilers only for patrons. And most of all, we need ya. We want to go to those backyard interviews, and guess what? We can't get there on smiles and hugs. So, become a patron if you're not one yet, because then we'll get to live stream from the backyard and ask your questions live all night long. Okay. We have so much... I don't have any info. All right, I got a little info. But, oh my God, the stories Dana has tried to tell me for the past 2 hours... And I said, no, save it for the show. But she's got good stuff, which hopefully we're not going to get in trouble talking about. So let's bring her on. It's Dana.
Hello, everybody.
Hi, Dana. Back from the Big Brother Canada show. How was it?
It was amazing. It's always amazing. They always put on a good show. So
they always put on a good show. How did Arissa look? Did she remember us?
I didn't get to talk to her. It was a long night, and I didn't get to talk to her, but she looked amazing. That blue dress in person, oh my God, so stunning.
Because I think we have, last year when you and John did the show, it was very much Google Hangouts and solely on our website. I feel like we have kind of a newish audience now. So, wait, first, newish audience, tweet out the show. Tell everybody we're live talking Big Brother Canada. But, Dana, what happened last year? Because some people might not have heard the story. Didn't, Arissa Cox, call you out during a commercial break?
Yeah, there's always... It's not so much a commercial break. They film, the acts of the show that you see, and then they stop and they edit it, and then if they have to go back for pickups or whatever, then we go back for pickups. Mm-hmm. So in the midst of all of that, I had been tweeting her, I guess, that week or whatever, and she's like, is Dana in the audience? Where's Dana? She's hilarious on Twitter. And I was like, oh, this did not just happen. Oh my God.
Did she make you stand up and wave to everybody?
No.
I would have stood up and waved.
I am so, you know me, Eric. I'm so shy. So I'm sitting there in the row, and I was like, I'm over here. Oh,
well, I love that, Arissa. Look, I was afraid I wasn't going to be all in on Big Brother Canada. But I'm all in on Big Brother Canada. I watched the first episode. I watched the second episode. I watched live feeds last night. Oh, I'm ready, Dana. I am ready to talk Big Brother. But... here's what I want to know, because I know you kind of have this answer. I think a lot of people in our chat room, I was getting tons of tweets from it yesterday. And by the way, if you guys have questions for us, you can ask them in the chat room or tweet them with hashtag YRRLive. But a lot of people were saying we didn't understand the dynamic of the brothers. How was it kept a secret from one brother to another brother? And don't you kind of have a little more info on that?
I do, because this was kind of asked. Because I was going, how does one not know that production's filling a biopack for the other one, and how does they not realize that one of them is leaving the house? So someone asked the producer, because in the midst of these acts and stuff like that, she'll come up and talk and like ask us to get us to ask questions. And basically, what they did was they told them that they were both finalists and they hadn't made their decision yet on who they were going to choose. So that's why they were able to film a biopack with all of them sitting around the table and it not be weird.
Right.
And then so they both knew that they were in the running to be in there, but didn't know who was going in. So, but then they were like, maybe they kind of Sue was like, maybe they did kind of discuss the possibility of them both being in the house at the same time. So, because, like, I mean, we'll get back into it when the episode, but when like Nick came in, Phil was all like, ah, and like Nick was like, hi, like
Mm-hmm.
Nick was playing it off like I don't know you, and Nick was about to like blow it up, like blow shit up. So once Phil realized that Nick was playing it cool, then he kind of played it cool too.
Right.
So they're not sure what they kind of discussed before going into the house, but apparently they were genuinely shocked to like
I
kind of.
wonder, I want to, what do you think, Dana? And I wonder what the chat room thinks. I would I would assume we were both going on. If I was told I made it to the finals of Big Brother with my brother, I would just assume they're trying to play a trick on us. It's going to be X's season or a sibling season or I would assume they would end up in the show and make plans accordingly.
I would assume you would assume, but these two boys aren't super fans. You got to remember, like
They're not super smart either.
they're, they're pretty. They're
Oh
pretty
yeah.
boys. So
Mm.
they're not. I mean, they haven't seen too much of the show, so they don't really know, and like they don't really know how casting works, kind of like the way we do. Like,
Mm-hmm.
so they could have thought this was just normal casting procedure. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, but
All I know, Dana, is one of the brother. I'm gonna say this. I'm in love with the brothers. I especially love the hot brother. Now here's the thing. There's girl face hot brother and there's monkey face hot brother. I'm not really gonna say which one I think is hotter. Just that the one brother's hotter, and you're all gonna have to figure it out.
you think girl face brother's hot.
I don't know. Just
I
all
know
season. I
he's got
mean,
amazing skin though. Phil has like his skin
mhm.
is fantastic.
Well, speaking of Phil and not Phil in the house, Phil in the chat room wants to know, how can I watch Big Brother?
Oh,
Dana.
oh my gosh, where are you? You're in the U.S. So VPNs.
Blog on our website.
Yeah, there's a blog on the website, realrecaps.com/bbcan.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, quick, there's VPNs you can use. Roku is streaming it on their thing. There's streaming channels all through Twitter. Go to the blog. It's all there. Links are there. You don't have to think. Just click on the links.
Dana, it seems like you're dying. Now,
Dying. Damn,
let me explain to everyone. Dana hasn't slept in 2.5 days between being at the show and working overnight, so please don't think that
having a sick
Dana's
baby
bored.
in the house, so
Or is it that you're depressed, Dana?
I'm
I
glad.
would be I would be depressed too if now look. There's a
I
mild spoiler alert.
on.
There's a mild spoiler alert in what I'm about to show. So if you don't want to see something with a mild spoiler alert, just look away then pull out your headphones for like 1 second. But now, Dana, I would be depressed too if
Yeah.
looking at our draft picks / cheat sheet that's available on our website, your team ain't doing so good, girl.
Yeah, and I kind of know who Jared's gonna put up on the block, so I'm really not happy. I won't reveal it now, but
Don't reveal it now. Okay,
Mhm. I know the rules.
you can put your headphones back in. We'll do some spoilers at the end of the show. We won't say anything else that's spoiler early. We'll save them for the end of the show and give you guys a little notice. So where do you want to start, Dana? I guess we should start at the beginning
Yeah,
of.
let's start at the beginning. I don't know, like everybody walked in. I found it really interesting how they kind of pitted the biopacks against each other as they were going in the house. Like they said, like Dallas said he wasn't gonna like girls who thought their shit don't stink, and then they bring in Cassandra, and then it's like I like cowboys, and then they bring in Jared, and
Mm-hmm.
it was a little interesting. And I kind of found it funny that like Jared walked in and like immediately like claimed the house as his own and just started making drinks, which could be good in his favor. Because I mean, if we all watched June Song feed everybody, that got her $1 million.
Right.
So if he can keep people drunk and full, then he might actually win the money. So
We'll see. Dallas is in hog heaven, says Miss Don Draper, and Robert Zuckerman of the Amanda Zuckerman fame says we're allowed to start the show now. He's here. We're so glad you're here, Robert Zuckerman. Interested to see what Robert Zuckerman thinks too. I liked the biopacks. I feel like we really nailed it on the cast assessment show. I really wasn't surprised by any of the bios from any of the people. They all kind of met the expectation. I mean, granted, until last night, we basically only got 2 hours of each person, and then not even that. We still don't really know a lot about their personalities. But, yeah, I wasn't, I didn't
yeah,
take
some of them I'm
so much.
surprised at. Like, I'm not as annoyed by Raul as I thought I would be.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew that going in. Like, I'm like, this is the one guy that I'm either gonna love or hate. So
Now,
I'm not hating him yet. So he's okay. But I
Ra-
haven't really seen any of the feeds yet either. So
Raul is gay Raul, right? I forget their names.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, I agree with you. I thought he was going to be much more, hey, gay, but he's not. And no, yeah, he annoyed me less than I thought he was going to annoy me. He's kind of like, is he Mexican? I think he said he was Mexican. He was a cute Mexican. Like, I liked it. I didn't think I'd
Yeah,
like it.
I mean, he is kind of that hey gay, but he does it not so annoying. Like I'll kind of compare him to Gary from season one. Like I
Mm-hmm.
really thought when I saw Gary's bio, I'm like, I am gonna hate this guy, and I love Gary, so maybe I don't know. Like he seems to know how to keep it in when he needs to and let it out when he wants. Like he was funny during the veto competition and stuff. Like
Yeah. I I'm annoyed because I had all good pictures. I was taking screen grabs last night. I put the feeds on for a little bit. I had them all ready to go. Then I stupidly this morning, because normally we live tweet the show and I'm tweeting out pictures of the show too. And this morning I was like, oh, let me delete all these pictures from the show, forgetting that I also had things I wanted to talk about on this show. Like, for example, Raul. I don't understand why you shave your legs, but not your toes, or your chest, or your arms. I had the picture ready with arrows. I don't understand it, but when the live feed camera is on you and it's like shaved legs, blankets over your toes for your toe hair, and then massive hairy arms and chest, I'm confused.
maybe
Raul.
he's a biker, maybe.
I don't know what he is, but not a
Uh,
fan of that.
maybe he's a cyclist. Like I know cyclists sometimes shave their legs. I don't
Well,
know.
maybe
That's a
he's.
little weird. Men shaving their legs is just weird all over. I just men
Yeah.
and men should have hair on their legs. It's yeah.
Oh. Okay. So I got confused. I heard Eric said, good Lord, what lighting is Eric using tonight? I thought it meant bad. I thought it meant like, oh, our lighting's bad. No, I like him. I like Raul. First people in the house who I really liked, obviously, were the brothers, Science YouTube,
Hmm.
Raul, Steve. What is his name? He's Steve.
Joel. I don't
Joel.
like Joel.
Okay, I liked Joel off the bat on the show. I was Team Joel. Watching Joel on the feeds, I was like, oh no, you got to go. Joel's got to go. Can't stand it. Can't stand the Joel.
I gotta
Sorry.
watch these. I gotta find some time to watch these feeds. I like woke up this morning. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna like write my blog. And like normally when I write my blog is when I kind of have the feeds playing in the background.
Mm-hmm.
Turn on the feeds and they're down, and they've been down for like 6 hours. So God knows what's going on in the house right now. But
Yeah, they've been down. The feeds have been down for a while. Now, I thought it was interesting, and chat room, we talked about this a little bit because, well, you were in the audience, Dana, and I know you have other things
yeah, you
to
did a
tell.
show without me. I see.
Well, no, it was our Bravo show, and we did a little ending at the end to get people excited for Big Brother Canada. But here's what I have to say. We were all discussing this whole thing of the brothers being in the house and then being in seclusion. I thought it was a good idea because I think it gives them time away from the house to plan their strategy. They're always going to be seen as plotting and scheming if they're alone. I felt like them being in isolation for the night was a great plan. What was the feel of it like there when you were there?
Well, I mean, yeah, in theory it is, but nominations were the next day.
Right.
So you can plot and scheme all you want, but if you don't got anybody on your side, you're screwed.
That's a good point. See, I knew you'd
So,
disagree with me.
like,
I
I mean, yeah, like had nominations maybe been like 24 hours later than they were, I can see it being a good idea. But I mean, and like as we saw, these boys are not on the same page. Like Phil's like, I hate this idea, and like Nick's like all over it. So it's
right.
gonna be interesting to see, because even in the HOH competition, like you could kind of see that Phil was annoyed with Nick. And I mean, you're not sitting there on this little plank with cold water and no clothes on. So how can you judge what your brother is doing up there?
Now, if let me ask you this. Watching the HOH, did you feel, because you watch both Canada and United States, tons of people were saying like that HOH was so much better than United States HOHs, and I'm sorry, Dana, no offense, it seemed like a sprinkler and a kiddie pool and then people getting pulled with ropes. Was I missing something? Was it more
That's
spectacular?
no, I mean, I didn't see it in person. I wasn't at the show for that one, but yeah, I mean, it was basically like, I guess they were going Vegas theme with like, it was kind of like Bellagio sprinklers.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it's freezing cold water and you're on this plank in bare feet. So, I mean, it's slippery and you're going down the plank and the ropes are pulling you. So, I mean, it's a little difficult, but I mean, I wouldn't say it was any better or any worse than an American one. I think it's just,
Mm.
it was what it was. And I mean, I think a lot of the HOH competitions are very similar,
Yeah.
like
I
quizzes, like they're all basically the same, like just a different
well,
theme of it.
what did you think of the end of the HOH? A lot of people talking about this whole Nick, not Nick, which is the brother that was up? Was that Nick?
Yeah, yeah,
That
Nick was,
was Nick.
yeah.
Do we feel Helen was pushed? Hashtag Helen was pushed. Do we feel like he pushed what's her name, or did it not even matter?
I think he pushed her, but I don't think he did it as in, oh my God, I'm gonna push you. I think he was just like, I'm gonna fall. And like, like if you're gonna fall, your first reaction is to reach out for somebody. And she just happened to be there and
I,
bam, down she goes. So, I mean, it sucks for Shari. Her name is Shari, not Sherry.
Shari.
Shari. So it sucks for Shari, but
Shari.
yeah, Shari. But yeah, it sucks for her. But I think if he had just reached over and went, "Hey, you," boom, that
Right.
would be different. But he was going down and he just kind of like flailed and reached and like wrong
Now,
place, wrong time. Like,
Jillian K in the chat room is saying, I'm surprised nobody mentioned it on the show. I kind of am too. I felt like they should have given her the option of getting back up. It technically wasn't her fault. Did they talk about it at all, or they didn't talk about it or address it at all at the
but
taping?
here's where I would have taught. If I was Shari, I would have been in. I mean, as soon as that HOH was over, her and Levita were in the storage room. I would have been like, "Bitch, you're putting that dude up. He pushed me down." Like that would
Right.
have been like reason number one for me to put that guy up on the block.
Right.
And they just don't want to touch him because there's I don't under I she had so many good people to nominate, like, and for so many good reasons. Like, she thinks Cassandra's slimy around the edges. Hello, let's stick with that. Why are we putting
Well, let's talk about that. So, the winner of the HOH was
Levita?
what
Thank
was her?
God, Levita. My
Levita.
draft, my draft pick, Levita, won the first HOH. Just shut your mouth. My team wasn't doing so bad until the girl on girl hate started going on.
Yeah, until they had to make a move. Until they had to play the game. Your draft picks were doing great.
Until my draft picks just went, you know what? We're just gonna hate each other. That's what's gonna happen here. We're just gonna hate the frig out of each other.
This is why girls, I feel, do not go far sometimes in Big Brother. Not all the time, but oh my God, why were they going after each other? Why did she put up Paige and
I
Kelsey,
don't
right?
know. Like, and at this point, I'm thinking, it's week one. Is it really, do we need a pawn at week one? Like,
No.
you just find two people that annoy the crap out of you, you put them up on the block, and you just let everybody else fight it out amongst themselves.
Yeah.
Like, there's no need for a pawn. And, like, I'm not saying there needs to be an all girl alliance because I know we're all catty bitches and we're all going to claw each other's eyes out at some point. But, like, look after your own for week one. Like, just give it 1 week. And, I mean, the fact is, in Big Brother Canada, 100% of the time, a girl's gone home first.
Yeah.
Season one, it was Kat. Season two, it was a Nick. Season three, it was Risha. And now we've got Paige. Like,
And like you said,
just,
like I was so confused. Thanks, Unisa. And just so you guys know, because I think there's a lot of new people here, here's kind of what we do on our recappy shows. I'm not going to say it every show, but we see all your applauses, we see all your likes, your gold bars. We love you, we love you, we love you. At the end of the show is usually when we come back and thank all of you guys for that. And if you don't know what we're talking about on the playback, go become a fan on You Now and hang out in the chat room when we're live. So when I was watching it, I felt the same exact way you did. Like, why is Levita bringing them into the room and being like, you're the pawn? And then not only is it, are you the pawn? Then she goes so far with Kelsey to be like, I want you gone. And I
yeah.
hope you go home. And now we're enemies on day 2.
Yeah. Is she, like, I mean, this is a Vegas themed house. Like, where is your poker face? Like, girl, like, rein it in.
Yeah.
Like, I don't get, like, I don't get it. And, like, poor little Paige. I mean, like, this poor little girl is 19 years old. Like, I felt so bad for her. And she's so little and she's so tiny. You just want to put her in your pocket and carry her home. But, like, I didn't know what Levita was going for. And I'm like, it was bad. I didn't know
Should
what
have
she
been
was
the
doing.
brothers.
It should have been the brothers. Should have been. I mean, I know why she didn't do Jared because she kind of promised him and she didn't want to break a promise on day one. That I get that, but like put Kelsey up and get rid of that because I mean that showman started like on the stage before they went in the house. Like that's
Yeah.
how fast that happens. Like get that out of there.
You know what I loved from from this Big Brother Canada? I love how they go with a theme. They're not like our Big Brother where like, oh, we're going to theme the house, but all the main core things are always going to stay the same. I loved how they themed the nominations with like the
Yes.
touch screen and you're going to get cards, and I thought it was going to stop right there. I thought it was just going to be, oh, you're going to move the little thing around on the touch screen and that's going to be it. Oh, no. Then the machine printed them. Then you got like printed, which, technically we didn't even see, right? Because then they showed it to them on another screen.
Well, she puts the cards down and then yeah, and
Right,
then
but we never saw the
yeah.
face of the cards, is my point. So it's there's
I
going to
don't
be those same 2 cards all season.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't. But last year, I mean, I don't know if you watched an eviction episode last year, but last year was the same thing. Like it was the cogs or whatever, and it kind of spit out something that
Oh,
was
did
cog.
it?
Yeah, and like yeah, like their thing was like this big like machine thing that you had to like pull levers and stuff like that for the nominations to appear up on the board. So they are like doing that. The first 2 years, it was kind of like a hotel key card that they got
Right.
instead of keys,
Yeah.
and like they kind of had to like pull their key card out of like a stand that they had to like wheel in and out of the house. But
Is
yeah,
interesting. I
they're
liked it.
they're sticking to the theme, which I mean it's a good one. Like I know we were kind of on the fence about Vegas when we first heard it, but this is good.
We did a good, I thought I did a good job of mildly hinting Vegas. I did a lot of emojis of jackpots and cards. And here you can kind of see what it looked like when they were nominated. She's at the table and they're on the big screen.
Yeah. So what did you think of the whole betting on an eight? I wish they would do this every week because I loved it where they bet on like who was gonna win, who was gonna be first out. Like I would love like a maybe not an immunity every week, but like a reward and a punishment.
Right.
Like keep keep up with this Vegas thing and just like do that every week and have some different reward and some different punishment for whoever the house voted for. Like, I think that would be fantastic.
Chat room, I want to know how you liked it. So, exactly what Dana is talking about. They asked the house, who do you think is going to like be out of this HOH first? Who do you think is going to win? It was Joel who they said would be out first. So, Arissa was like, if you're not out first, you're safe for the week. And then whoever they thought was going to win, which was Hot Brother, what did he have to do? Like, he had to win.
He had to win, or they went into solitary.
Or that's what sent them into solitary. And God bless America for solitary.
Those two boys were funny in that room, I have to say, and their diary rooms are like on point. Like, I love it.
Yeah.
These guys are great. Like, they're gonna be good TV.
I love them. I swear on the show, that the thing that we did at the end of the show last night, I said all I hoped that is happening is they are shirtless wrestling right now in that solitary. And then, like I just showed, cut to the show, shirtless wrestling.
Gay man's dream.
I make things happen.
You do.
I also wish I get $1 million and lots of patrons.
It's like you got an ear into production being like, okay, tell them to go shirtless wrestle. Like, they're just...
Seriously.
Someone's watching your Twitter. That's what I'm saying. Someone's watching your Twitter.
I'm sure somebody is watching. So I thought it was interesting. The XOXO feeders loves the twist of people getting punished or being helped. Same thing with Navita's center. We agree with you. Miss Draper says the boys are very touchy-feely. I agree, and I like it.
Yeah, they're French boys. The French are like that, so.
The French touch? I thought the French hate everybody.
Well, they love each other. They love their family.
That's true. They love their families. Okay.
They love other French people.
They love other French. We have to say, we have Maximus' mom and we have Giselle, both French, breaking the French stereotypes.
French. I got French in me too. It's all good.
Oh, okay. We're lovers. Yes, you're all lovers.
We're lovers, like, piss us off. Just don't piss us off, and then we're fine.
True. This is true. So I liked it. I wanted to see more of what happened in solitary for them. I wanted to know, were they strategizing? Were they doing a plan? What did they come up with? I'm hoping. Do you think there's any chance we're gonna get flashback maybe to that, or you think we're on week 2 now and we have moved on?
It was pre-feeds. We're probably not gonna see it, but we can have them on the show and we can ask them ourselves. So
I'm torn. I don't know what I want. Do I want them out right now so that they can come and be on the show and talk with us? Or do I want them in so we get lots of naked hot tub time? I don't know what I want.
Dilemma.
I don't know.
We want them to go far. We want them to stay. I mean, we can have them on the show at any point. So let's just watch them naked for a while and then...
I know you didn't watch the feeds last night, and again, this is the only picture I have that I didn't accidentally erase. I wish I would have had the other one, but this is the one that I say is girl face brother. I swear he had makeup on last night. Like,
yeah, his skin last night was amazing. I was like, just watching his face, I'm like, you're so pretty. Like, I couldn't stop. And then it's like, I'm like, and I feel so pervy because I'm like a 40-year-old girl looking at these little boys. I'm like, I feel so pervy. Like,
that's okay. I'm pervy too. I'm an old pervy gay man. Apparently,
I have a problem with it. I'm just like, I can't be looking at these boys. I can't. But I'm like, I can't not look at these boys. Like,
let's have a who's hot moment, and then we'll talk about the people voted in. You know who really surprised me and I feel like is completely different than their biopic is Jared. Like, I just thought he was a normal, not normal, but like normal body type. I mean, like really just gonna be thin. Like, I didn't think he was this like this. I didn't think he was this, is what I'm saying.
Is this good or bad?
It's good from the front. I'm going to be honest. It's good from the front, but when he turns to the side, it's like flabby. I don't know what's going on. Like from the front, looks good. Side, it's flabby. None of the guys are really, they're all weird to me. I haven't seen Hot Brother yet completely, Charlotte, so I'll check back in. I know, this is the
Let's just
important
say that
stuff.
Jared lives in Winnipeg, and Winnipeg is extremely cold, so he could be packing some winter fat. Like,
Sure.
he's just come out of like minus 40 below winters, and he works on an oil pipeline. So,
He's going to
and
work
he
on a
probably
pipeline, all
drinks,
right.
I'm sure oh, you're so dirty.
Mm-hmm.
So he's probably been drinking a lot of beer. Eric's,
I'm hearing he's alone with pipes for a long time.
oh God.
Nah, I am all on board for this season.
What did you think of the veto competition? We haven't talked about the veto competition yet.
Well,
This,
the sure. Let's talk about the veto competition. I got some pics of the veto competition too. I thought this whole like mermaid theme. I liked it. What's his face was the overseer. It was the big. They were all dressed as mermaids, slipping and sliding and having to grab vetoes and spell words. I liked it. I thought it was a cool competition. I thought it was something different that I don't think we really have anything like that in the United States, and I liked it. What did you think watching it?
I felt so bad for poor Paige. I mean, she like banged the back of her head. I'm like, are you okay?
Mm-hmm.
But it shocked me that only one, I mean, I guess they said they weren't really good at mental competitions and stuff like that, but it shocked me that Nick was the only one that thought, let's get all the letters to me first
Mm-hmm.
and then go back and forth. Like all of them were just like exerting all this energy going there and then having to like
Mm-hmm.
reel one letter in at a time. It's like get it all there and then bring it back. Like
I liked Raoul during it. I liked how he would be like,
he's like hair
oh,
flipping
and like
and
hair flipping. And what was his phrase? I tried to screen grab it, but I
oh
missed it.
oh I
Did you
have
write it
it.
down? Because
Did
it was
hold
the
on.
best. It was like some
Blossom
the fetus. It was something about like the fetus.
Blossom the Fecus.
Oh, Blossom the Fecus. Yeah,
Blossom the
awesome.
Fecus. I was like, I wish I was like when I saw them sitting in the show and I'm like, oh my God, if I just could tweet right now, I would be hashtagging Blossom the Fecus and making that go. Like he's just so funny. So funny.
He is. He is hysterical. Um I thought it was a good HOH. I was on the edge of my seat for Hot Brother to win, which spoiler alert, he won.
Brother one. Yeah.
They don't look
Monkey,
anything like
monkey face, top brother one. Yeah. See, they could have, if they had been able to play on their own, they could have pulled off that they weren't related because they really don't look anything alike. So
literally look nothing alike. Don't
I
don't
would have been like, okay, we're gonna go in. You know what? I'm gonna use mom's maiden name as my last name, like, so we don't have the same last names. Like,
mm-hmm.
so don't be shocked if I say that my name is something weird. Like,
Right. Nope. It sucks because I have a feeling I have a feeling they're not going to make it to jury. I really hope they make it to jury. If any of the players in the house are smart, they're not going to make it to jury, but kind of as we know, Paige was really the only super fan really.
what if I mean, I have kind of some hope for Phil because I mean, Phil was kind of smart enough to realize, I mean, he's kind of in love with Kelsey, and so is Dallas, and so is like Jared. So they're gonna be fighting over it. But at one point, like he kind of sat back and went, "The two of us are a huge target, but those two are even bigger because at least we're just one person.
Mm-hmm.
They're two.
Right.
So let's keep them around as long as possible because they're going to be our meat shield for as long as we need them to be." So he's actually thinking, and if he can, and he managed to get like Mitch and Joel to see his side because Mitch was originally going to be on Team Page.
Right.
So he flipped him.
Mm-hmm.
So if these two brothers can, I think that like Phil's gonna be the strategic mind, and Nick's gonna be the fun one. Like Nick's gonna make like the fun connections, whereas Phil's gonna be like kind of the leader of the strategy.
Right.
And so if these two can actually get this combined, then they're gonna be good for a while. I hope.
I think that's because, like all monkeys, Nick can barely rub two sticks together, let alone, like, I don't know what he's doing.
I don't know because like Phil doesn't have a poker face either, and even her, like Arissa
No,
said
it's a
this, and it
girl
was
face.
and it was the funniest thing. She's like Phil might as well be see through because you can see everything he's thinking. Like he has
Mm-hmm.
no filter. Like the minute he thinks something, you actually can like it's like you can see it happening in his brain. Like
Right. Jackie knows in the chat room says that they're playing as one. Playing a showmance as one would be interesting too. So I think, what do you mean, Jackie? They're both going to date one girl? Like
no,
it's going to be a love triangle? Because I'm telling you right now, I kind of think Big Brother hopes that happens. I really do. I think they hope that they like both want to go after the same girl and have that drama going down.
oh, like I think yeah, like that can totally happen. I can see Phil and Jared at some point kind of duking. I think Dallas is kind of stuck because Dallas. I mean, I don't know what went on. Like, I mean, Dallas looks exactly like Spencer. Spencer never got half the action the whole season that Dallas got in the first like week.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm like, what is happening?
Yeah, is very interesting. Um what did I saw one good comment, but now it just flew by. I can't keep up with the chat room. I it was well, it doesn't matter because I missed it. Anyway, so yeah, brothers won. Brothers won veto. Brothers won veto.
Yeah,
And
and did
they made this. Do you think they made the smart move by not changing nominations?
I think for themselves they made the smart move. If I'm gonna think purely for me and my what I wanted to happen in the game, no, they should have used it on Page. But I think if you don't need to use it, why bother? Like
Right. It's
don't
week
use it
one.
just to use it. Yeah, exactly. It's week one. Like, and saying, we want to honor your nominations, like just putting it that way kind of gets them good with Levita a little bit. Like,
Right. Nope. I
but
could.
Levita and Shari, like, they gotta check their egos because I mean, they were walking around all week going, like, thinking that, Kelsey was going to go home. Like, they wanted Kelsey to go home and that was what's going to happen. And they didn't really see the tide turn from Kelsey to Paige.
Right. I think I I think it's going to be interesting. I think it's going to be. I don't think we know enough to really know. I don't think we know enough about their personalities yet to really see which way things are gonna go. But yes, like you said, Paige went a pack in. Now, I feel
So,
this is a good point to remind everybody that on Thursdays, when the person gets evicted, you guys need to tweet us. The Twitters are
yeah.
right there below Dana. Tweet us your questions for the evicted house guest.
Yes.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, and we'll be able to ask like 3 to 5, so we
Not
can.
five, no, three. Just three
Well,
questions.
sometimes don't they?
No,
No.
I got five way down the line one time.
Well, guess what? It's done, and well, you can't really see it full screen, but it's up, it's done, and it is ready for all of you to go take a look at after the show. Hold on, it's the wrong one. It's just me. I need Dana. Um, it will be up, like I said, on the same page as this video after this show ends, and iTunes and YouTube as well. So make sure you guys tweet us those things. Um, I'll say next week for next week's. I don't want to say for every week because I don't know if I'll be able to do it, but definitely for next week, whichever whoever tweets the question that we use, you'll win a prize. Boop. So make sure you tweet us your questions. So yeah, Paige was gone, and that kind of was, well, then okay, this is what I want to know, Dana. This is what I want to know. Because I know you got the goods on this. So let's talk the international house guest being brought out. What was this like? Seeing them in person. I know
Oh
you
my
were telling me a
God.
little bit about Tim.
Tim is amazing looking in person. Like, I mean, he's cute on TV, but Oh God, he's hot. I don't know if it's the Australian accent that gets me every time, but oh my God. And his teeth are like bright white, and I think he might have bathed in some self tanner. And I mean, because these guys were in sequester for like 10 days.
They said on the feeds last night that they gave them a self tan the day before or something. Like Nikki and Tim both said that they gave them self tans the other day.
Yeah, like they went into sequester the day that the house guests went in sequester and stayed there the
Now,
whole time. So
what happened with Jace? Didn't you?
let's talk Jace. Jace comes all out, yeah, 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 la, la, la. And he's all happy and he's great. And we're like, yeah, Jace. Like, even though we're like, whatever, Jace. But, then Arissa announces that Nikki's going into the house and Veronica is like, what, I go home? And then she you walk out the way you walk in, right, people? Like, just, you
Right.
go out one way, you go in one way, you go out the same way, right?
Mm-hmm.
So as soon as like it was announced that Nikki was going in, it was like Jace's brain clicked in, because if you watch his face on that show, like he went from like super happy to like, oh shit, I'm going home. Like it's like he knew that the two like
Mm-hmm.
UK people were gonna go in. So he just like got this like hard look on his face all of a sudden, and then when she did finally announce that Tim was going in, it's like he just turned, he shook Tim's hand, kind of gave Arissa a hug, and then he went to go walk off normally, and then he was like, "No, no, I'm not gonna do it." Hops off the front of the stage and runs out the freaking door that we walk in, like the audience walks into, and all you see is like the floor director, like, she's running after him, and like, oh my God, like what's happening here?
That's weird. I wonder. That's weird if they need him under control. I guess because look, I'm just saying from a production standpoint, I don't know why you would pay to have all these people fly there just for a chance to be on the show. I feel like they're gonna want to use them for something else.
I don't know, but like it was like he heard he wasn't going in, and he just was pissed. Like, I wasted my time. I came here. I'm like, you wasted your time. This one came from Italy. Like, you just like crossed the border. Like,
Mm-hmm.
but oh yeah, he was angry. He just like flew out of there, and I'm just like, I've never seen the floor director run that fast before. Like, she's like way on the other side, and she's like running after him because I mean, I guess she didn't want him like wandering the studio.
No, he could find out secrets. He
Like,
could find out secrets. He could find out, I don't know, something if he's running around there.
I don't know, maybe they're hiding the good craft services from them or not, something. I don't
Oh,
know.
I want craft services so bad right now.
And
Uh,
this is how brutal they are, okay? Like they bring you into this taping at 3 o'clock. Okay, you're not allowed to like go to the bathroom until like 6 or 7. And you walk into the studio and all you smell is their dinner. And it's just like, I hate you.
oh,
You're not allowed to bring food in, you're not allowed to bring water in, and all you can smell is craft services in the studio. And it's just like this is torture.
yeah. Yeah. I, I remember. I remember.
You didn't even go in. You sat in the
Oh,
lobby.
I remember what the lobby was like, and I remember being hungry and seeing everybody eating in the family room. But I was like, please, sir, may I have the roll? And they were like, nope. And I swear to this day, Lance Bass was in that room. I don't care what anybody says. Lance Bass was watching the BB Can finale with the families. Which really, we should have been able to get an answer from that. So I don't know why I never asked anybody. Um,
So did anybody win the Where's Waldo competition you were kind of having last night with me in the audience?
yes, I think Jessica Hardick did, but you told her it wasn't you.
Yeah, because that wasn't me. I
No,
mean,
it was you.
the one she tweeted me wasn't me.
Well,
It's
I think I have it. Let me go to. Oh boy, probably not after this show. It's been bumped off. It's probably definitely been bumped off my list, but let's see if I got it. I think it was Jessica Hardick. You only see half of you. I saw. Um, I always kept seeing like half of you or your
yeah.
head.
My husband, my poor. Can I give a poor shout out to my poor husband?
Oh, see,
Okay,
that's what I was gonna say. I didn't know if you
this
wanted to say
guy
that.
doesn't watch Big Brother. He doesn't really like it. He hates it, but He comes to every live show with me. He sits through this 5 hours of starvation and dehydration and no bathroom breaks. And, like for 3 months of my life, he takes care of my kids and makes sure that they're fed and gone to school. And the house doesn't look like a bomb has hit it. So let's just give a shout out to my poor husband who makes this happen because without him,
Well,
I
let's look at them. Let's look at them. Oh wait, do I gotta move it
that's
over?
different. Yeah,
Hold, they
that's
can't see it yet. Hold on. Let me move it over more. Let me
I'm
move it over
scared to
more.
take a picture. I don't know why.
That's it. That's all you get to see of Dana is just the left. It's like half a Dana.
Yeah.
And there you go. Yeah, I know.
My husband all like with his mouth wide open. Thanks for that great screenshot.
Yeah, I thought it was. Oh, yeah, I see the picture that you're talking about that you wasn't sure. I thought it was very good. I can't wait to see Nikki. I love Nikki. I want to talk with a horrible British accent all season long. I turned on the feeds just to see what she was going to be like. She was like, I want to go to bed, but this is obnoxious lighting. They need to turn off this obnoxious light. I can't even do it right. And then Raul was like, girl, your microphone's not even on. Go to sleep. And then she was like, I don't like this lighting. And yeah, it was interesting. I think if Canadians don't like Americans, get ready for Nikki.
Well, we have more of a soft spot for the Brits because we're part of the Commonwealth, and we have a queen, and they have a queen, and like we just,
Yeah.
you know
Tracy
what I mean?
Lara says you need to see her on the feed. She's hysterical. Oh, I know. I've been watching.
Oh yeah, like I've seen some clips of her from BBQK, and she's crazy, and I love it. Like I can't wait to see her actually like kind of like get comfortable enough to really be who she is. Like I think right now she's just kind of
Right.
sitting back and getting her footing. And I mean, right now this is the week to go insane because they can't vote you out, like
Mm-hmm.
because they have immunity this week. So, and from what like we've been told, like they're playing for the same prize. They're playing exactly the same rules. Nothing's gonna be different.
I thought it was so interesting when they were showing the house as they were announcing the people, and it was clear nobody in the house had any clue who any of these people were.
Oh no.
They had no clue.
Wait till we go to the spoilers and like you'll be horrified when I tell you like it's
Oh, well,
these people don't they're not huge fans. I mean, a lot of them are young, so like they haven't really seen much of it. They're not huge fans of the show. Like if this had happened last season, like I think Jordan would have wet himself.
yeah.
Like Willow wouldn't have known what to do. Sarah would have went insane. Like it
It was good. I loved when Tim was like, I'm not making an alliance. This one doesn't look too smart.
Yeah, exactly.
That was-
That was the whole audience was like, wow, like I was gonna go in and play it dumb, but this one's got it covered. Like, oh my God. I'm like, you are fantastic.
I loved it. I saw on the feeds last night too, Monkey Brother. A plus man, Kitty, thank you. I saw the one brother was like, oh, the prize in America is $1 million, and I was like, no, it's not. And they had no clue. Like they were just like spouting out all these facts, and it was just like blah blah, wrong, wrong, wrong prize
Oh,
amount.
and Virgo Baker, what car are you buying that you can't buy for $100,000?
100K for a winner though? Really? I can't even buy a car. Oh, well,
What car are you buying?
maybe she didn't mean car. She only said CA. Maybe she meant Canada. Like she can't deal with Canada.
Can't. Okay, maybe, but I could buy a car for $100,000. But all you Americans, you got to remember, we don't get taxed on our winnings.
Right.
So like $100,000 for us is $100,000. Plus you're getting like $25,000 worth of free furniture and all this other stuff. So while it doesn't equal what you guys take away after taxes, it's still a good
Mm-hmm.
chunk of money.
Well, I cannot believe we're almost at the end of our show, but I want to say this to everybody because we need to do spoilers. But look, here's the thing. Obviously, I'm becoming very invested in this Big Brother Canada season. it is very hard with all the other shows that we're doing in a week. And I wanted to, on this show with Dana, just come on and us get to like talk about stuff and find stuff out as well. If we have a guest on, it's going to be much harder to do that. So I'm not making any promises, but pretty much from here on out, I think we're going to have guests on this show. I know we have Dana. I know we have Jason wants to come on. I know Kevin wants to come on. Sarah wants to come on.
Johnny wants to come back.
Johnny wants to come back. Like, people are lined up. However, like I said, I'm going to want to talk Big Brother. So if Dana's around, if I'm around, I have a feeling you're going to see a lot more pop-up surprise Big Brother Canada shows.
They might not happen at 7 o'clock. They might happen early in the afternoon on weekend or whatever, but...
Yeah, because I have a feeling I'm going to want to talk Big Brother Canada more. So look for that. And then going forward for this show, because we kind of got to keep it on the hour time frame, we will have a house guest on, and it will be more recapping of the week, and of course the exit interview with whoever went home and that sort of stuff. So now, that being said, Dana, and now if you guys don't want to be spoiled, stop listening. But Dana, what good spoilers do you have for us?
Oh, I watched the HOH competition. I got to watch after they filmed the show, then we filmed the side show, which airs tonight at 10. And then normally that would be where it would end. But last night they were like, if you want to stay, you can leave, you can stay. It doesn't really matter. We're not going to hold you hostage. But if you want to stay, Arissa's going to host the HOH competition with the house guests. And I'm like, I don't care what time it is, because I mean, I had to work last night. Like, I go right from these tapings to work. And I'm like, I don't care. I'll be late. I'm watching this HOH go down. So I got to watch the HOH. I mean, we all know Jared won. But the HOH competition, yes, Miss Dawn Draper, it's 10 Eastern on Slice, not on Global. It's on Slice.
So it's kind of like how we have it on CBS and then Showtime, or how we used to. So it's two different channels.
And I am sick and twisted. How did Sarah do on the sideshow? Sarah did amazing on the sideshow.
Which is on tonight.
She looked fantastic. I saw her from the back. I just like, her ass was fantastic in her dress. Like, she did great. She's funny. She does like this funny like tour of the house, and like her and Peter kind of do this he said she said like kind of fight thing, and then we get to like vote for who wins, and she killed it. She really killed it. She knows what she's talking about, and her and Peter do really well together. So it's a good mix. And for all of you people wondering, like, did Gary get fired or whatever? Gary did not get fired. He does art and fashion and all of this good stuff. So he left on his own accord to follow his dreams. So that's why Sarah is there this year. There's no big, like, they just had to get rid of Gary thing. He wanted to go and pursue other opportunities. So that's the sideshow. But then the HOH competition was, remember how on the end of the premiere, they're like BBK and roast?
Right.
That's what the competition was. And I thought that was a little too early for this kind of competition, because it was that one where you answer the question. If you answer it right, you have to eliminate a house guest. If not, you're eliminated, kind of thing.
Right.
So they had like, Arissa would say a roast, and then they'd have to guess who it was about, and then eliminate, right? So Kelsey got the first question right, and who did she eliminate first? She eliminated I can't remember.
Well, that's why they have to tune in and watch. We won't tell them how it plays out. They have to tune in and watch to see how it plays out. But the moral of the story is general.
Yeah, one of the roasts was just a simple, "Hi, Emmett," and she's like, this is the one that got Kelsey eliminated. She's like, Raul, and I'm like, has anyone seen, like, they don't know who Emmett is. Like, they were like, who's Emmett? Like, we don't know who Emmett is. I'm like, how do you not know who Emmett is? And how do you not know he is, like, the antithesis of Raul? Like,
right.
Like, he's, like, big, burly, like, cowboy. And she's like, Raul? I'm like, oh, Lord. Like, this is how not a fan of the show they are.
And for those that don't know, Emmett was on last season. And
he was on season 1.
Oh, season 1?
Yeah, he was season 1. He was the fourth runner-up on season 1. He's dating the winner of season 1. They were the big showmance.
Right. God, that was season 1?
Season 1.
Oh, I was thinking Bobby from last season.
No, not Bobby. No.
I know, but Bobby is a little Emmety, wouldn't you say? A little.
A little. I mean,
you could see how I'd get there.
Yeah, I can see your
Right.
thought process. But yeah, so and like Kelsey's one was her favorite part of the plane is the cockpit, and there was like a Drake roast about Ramsey, of course, and stuff like that. So
let me ask you this. Like we said, Jared is the one that won HOH, but from now what we're seeing on the live feeds and stuff, who do we think will be his nominations?
From what I saw on Twitter last night and today, it's going to be my draft pick Christine and Johnny's draft pick Shari.
So, if we're keeping score, Team Hot is in power and hasn't lost anyone, nor has anyone been eliminated. So, children, if you're watching, you don't need to be smart, just look pretty.
Oh wait, yeah, no, sorry, Levita and Shari, not Christine, Levita and Shari.
Got you.
But it's still my draft pick and Johnny's draft pick. That's all that really matters here, people. It's not really so much who, but what draft pick is going up.
It's true. I'm going to win this with Team Hot.
This is why you're invested, because you just want to win. Like, you don't really care.
No, I just want to watch feeds with Jared and Hot Brothers. For right now, they haven't sucked me in on anything else. I gotta see that. Because, also, actually, whatever. Let me say this, because this is perfect timing, the feeds are coming back on right now, so we can wrap up the show. Perfect. Let me say this first. If you want to watch this show back, if you want to watch the exit interviews with Paige, if you want to read Dana's blog, see all of our content, it's over at yourrealityrecaps.com/bbcan. iTunes 5-star rating and a nice review. YouTube thumbs up and subscribe. And of course, become a patron if you want to help us get to the Big Brother Canada backyard. Now, Dana, where can they find you on social media?
DGoodyear1975.
1975. And you guys know the deal. I'm at Reality Recaps, but I'm not talking to you unless you're a patron. We got to do something, Dana. We only have
he's not going to talk to me.
We only have 6 weeks to buy plane tickets, Dana.
Yes, finale is May 12th.
I know. Oh. We don't have a lot of time to buy plane tickets.
I don't know.
So become a patron. Or not. If you guys don't want us in the backyard, if it's not something you want us to cover, that's totally fine. We can just send Dana and have Dana tell us about it later. But we love you guys. I know you need to go, Dana. I know you got to go to work again. And
Giselle.
Oh, what did Giselle say?
Spoiler: Hot Brothers out of the game, fell on his wiener and broke it off. Comp delayed blood, everything.
Don't screw with Hot Brother. All right, you now chat room. Do not go anywhere. Everybody else watching the backup, say bye, Dana. We'll see you guys all later. Bye, everybody.